everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it because I accidentally recorded Fridays really early and then forgot to put it on public. What are you going to do? So let's get right to it. At the Metro Court, Nell is armed with her recording. She copied it and is going to mail it to Carly. Lovely. And she has a passport in her purse. She's ready to get going. And she slips it into the outgoing mail at the Metro Court. And I'm like, Nell, why? What did we ever do to you? What did Carly ever do to you? Honestly, I actually want to figure that out. So, like, you know, if it has to move this along, oh, Sonny and Carly. I feel bad for them. Jason and Sonny are having breakfast at the Metro Court, and Carly thanks Jason for talking Sonny down. Sonny goes to the side to take a call. More on that later. And Carly asks Nell to spruce up this cabin in the mountains because she wants to surprise Sonny and take him there because they've been there before. And Nell kind of slips and is like a little rude because she's like, I guess everything works out for you, huh? She's like, oh, I just meant like you're resilient. But I'm like, I would never talk to anyone like that. So, like, I feel like I'm in a unique position of like knowing like where Nell's coming from professionally or like the capacity she's in because and I'm like, I know I would never act like that, so it is unacceptable for you to act like that. And she covers it up with a compliment because, you know, Nell. Sonny fills Jason in on he and Carly's conversation, and he also alludes to what's going on with Nell, and he says Nell planted a bra because there's no way it was there for 2 months and he didn't notice it. And what does she want? And Jason says that he needs to tell Carly what happened and take away her power, but I think it's already too late for that. Michael finds Olivia. He was looking for something, and Michael's glad she spoke up about the meeting, and he mentions how Ned sold his part of the recording company or whatever that is. And Nell catches up with Michael. He's going to give her a ride to the cabin, and she's like, okay, if you insist, all right. At Alexis's place, Sam comes over. She tells Alexis Ava was arrested for Morgan's murder, but she doesn't think she did it, and neither does Jason. She notices the flowers, and Alexis says Julian sent them on Valentine's Day. Am I just, like, not the most observant person? Because, like, I would not remember what a bouquet of flowers looked like from a wedding. I'm being real with you. I would not remember that. And Sam thinks Alexis is being manipulated by Julian again. And Alexis says she won't fall victim to him again. And she thinks he was saying goodbye. And she tells her about the safe deposit box. At Liv's, there's a new secret meeting location. He tells her by this time tomorrow, GH will be hers. He brought champagne to celebrate. And I'm like, I see where this is going because I've seen The Princess Bride. And there's not enough board members to win for Tracy's side, so like it's a definite in, and I was like, you shouldn't count on that. She's skeptical why he's so eager to celebrate since he's not gaining anything, and somehow this escalates to him having her pull a gun on him and saying like, either kill me or let's celebrate. I'm like, alright, if that's the kind of mood you want to be in. He slips something into her drink, and Liv, as they're, like, toasting, she accidentally knocks his, and is like, you know what, I shouldn't drink it anyway, because what if Alexis calls me, so you drink mine, and Julian's like, okay, and then the whole thing just, yeah, he's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't, and she knows he tried to poison her, and I was like, yeah, because she's a smart person who's been through a lot, I presume. I lost my spot. At the Quartermaines, Hayden says says that the Quartermaines offer isn't high enough, and Lois, Ned's ex, is going to buy Ned's portion of L&B Records, and Port Charles is his life now, and he wants to be there. And when him and Tracy are talking about it privately, he says that Lila influenced him, and Tracy asks exactly what he meant by setting down roots, and he wants to marry Olivia, and he's going to ask her tonight, and he asks for her grandmother's wedding ring, or someone's wedding ring, engagement ring. So Tracy objects, but Ned says she's in no position to judge, and Tracy says that she didn't mean what she said, because she said some, like, kind of mean things about Olivia and her parental situation, and Tracy says she's just being selfish because, you know, after she was sick, her perspective changed on a lot of things, and she wants to keep Ned and Dylan close, and, you know, him getting married would be him eventually moving away, and Ned says that he'd love for them to live at the house, and he has her blessing. Olivia comes over, and Ned asks her to marry him. More on that later. At General Hospital, Finn sees a headline about Sonny. It autocorrected about to something, like, I don't even know if it's a word. I'm on my mom's phone. I'm like, what are you writing? So sees a headline about Sonny being released and how he's no longer accused of Morgan's murder, and he is about to call him, but Griffin comes over. Anna's results will be here any minute. Finn calls Sonny for help and saying he doesn't have long, and the medicine will be helpful to patients, and Sonny says he'll call around for a favor, and Finn's like, you know what, it's okay, forget it. Hayden comes to work. He apparently missed a meeting or didn't take a meeting with a pharmaceutical company, and he says he's not comfortable, like, selling the patent, but she thought that some of the money could go to the hospital, and I'm like, I don't know, when it comes, like, how much are we talking here? I guess it is pharmaceutical. It's probably a lot. But then they can just hike up the price for people who actually need it, because that's how pharmaceuticals work, apparently. So Anna reaches out for help and talks to one of the staff members. She's been alone for a while, you know, without the nurses there, and she wants to see a doctor. And then Robin comes in. I'm like, Robin, I love you. Anna thinks something is seriously wrong, especially since Robin's been overnighted here. And she talks about the biopsy and how uncomfortable it was, and Robin's really proud of her for going through with it. Griffin gets the biopsy results, and it's not a good reaction. He finds Finn, and he says he has to read these results right now. So Robin lets Anna know that she doesn't have to be strong for her. You know, it's okay, and Griffin and Finn come in. Anna has PV, which is a form of blood cancer. But there's, like, nuances to it. Like, it wasn't considered cancer, but, like, now it is. And it's a rare form of blood cancer. And my mom actually knew someone who has it. They're fine. They're fine. They just don't see each other anymore. And it's causing an overproduction of red blood cells, which is causing the migraines and her blood to thicken and all her health issues, and it leads to nothing good if it's not treated. And she's going to have to be on a mild blood thinner and have regular blood draws, which my mom was actually saying, like, the procedure, what you have to go through before they said it on the show. And Griffin has to tell her that there's no cure, you know, you just live with it. And she asks if she's dying, and they say, no, it's manageable, it's chronic. And then she says something about a chronic illness, and then Robin's like, you know, they need a second. And then Anna apologizes because she feels like she was super insensitive because, like, you know. And Robin says it's fine, like, she's fine, don't worry about it. Everyone, you know, she needs to cry and yell and vent and then figure out a game plan, because that's just the normal process for going through something like this. And Robin's going to be strong for her because she's been through this before, in a sense. Tracy's there, and at the hospital, not like in Hannah's room, and tells Finn he's looking. She tells Finn he's looking better, and he says that he doesn't have time to go to Manhattan, and she's like, take my private, you know, take ELQ or the Quartermain's jet, and he's like, I just might. At the cabin, Nell and Michael arrive, and now end scene. So Robin is ready to be there for Anna. She thinks about the today, you know, ever since her diagnosis, she doesn't focus on, like, the future. She takes it day by day, and she says Patrick and Emma will understand that, like, I have to, and I want to be here with you, and her place is here. And I'm like, that means we're going to see a lot more Robin, and honestly, I can't wait. Olivia tells Ned that she can't marry him, and she runs out, and I'm like, why, Ned, why? It's snowing where Michael and Nell are, and I'm like, I foresee nothing good. And Nell says that no matter what happens, his friendship has meant the world to her, and he's, like, getting Skip Town vibes, and she's like, no, I'm just expressing myself. And then the person, I guess, who's taking care of the cabin, or, like, you know, lives up there, comes in and says they closed the roads, like, no one's going anywhere, you're stuck here. Lovely. Sonny tells Carly they need to talk, she wants to talk tomorrow, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, well, it's gonna be too late. The mail is wheeled out, so the ball is rolling. Liv is crying and has a gun, and she has Julian give her the poison, and she won't kill him before the General Hospital deal is done. But she does say to herself that Julian needs another reprimand. Alexis wants Sam to back off this car bomb thing. Sam says she can take care of herself, and she's leaving. She was already leaving. It was unrelated. Liv calls Sam, pretending to be from Dr. Lee's office, and says it's about the baby, and she needs to come in right now. And I'm like, oh, this is so not good. I can't even tell you how not good this is. It's super not good. Well, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's video. I will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!